Hi, Ibrahim. Hi, Akhilesh. Hi, Rajneesh. Rajneesh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, guys. How's the COVID situation there, guys? Your places? How's the COVID situation? I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
Okay, now I was asking, how is the COVID situation at your place?
Sir, it's high in my area. It's complicated, sir.
That's what even I am feeling a little bit of feverish today. I don't know why. Yeah, let's wait for a couple of minutes and then we will start. Okay.
Tomorrow will be holiday, sir.
No, tomorrow is holiday. Tomorrow I have a lot of work to be done, man.
Okay.
Tomorrow I have to write research paper, then I have some 3 to 4 videos I have to watch on my course to complete one assignment. Tomorrow a lot of work is there. Good evening, guys. So, guys, coming to the yesterday's class, any doubts on yesterday's class, guys? Okay. So I have prepared the question paper for your test and I have passed it to the Attenue team. So when is your test, guys, by the way?
Sir, 30.
20th.
No, sir,
So
30.
29 also and 30th also, both of the day.
29 and 30. And
29 DSA and 4 CSE and 30 front end.
29 and 30. Okay, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Sir, any tips?
So for TSC also you want to prepare.
Sir, it's
What
important
today?
question.
I have only prepared for front end. Okay.
Oh,
So any important
I've got-
question, sir?
Read whatever I taught in class. I have created a unique type of question where from starting to ending, people have to use all the concepts.
So
Don't,
is it questions or we have to answer the MCQ type questions, or is it like
complete
any
programming.
complete programming? Okay.
Yeah.
So we have
No
to create
answer.
any app or something.
That I guess you'll see it on 30th.
Yeah,
I
sir.
can't
But
reveal. I can't reveal that. Sorry.
but the complete programming is only come in the program of full app. No.
Program for lab. Shazia, what was the question?
So I'm saying that you're saying now the full programming is coming. So I'm saying the full programming is only come when we have to create the full app. Then it includes everything like
Possibly.
HTML.
It's quite possible. It's a possible outcome that you're talking about.
Yeah. So.
Let's wait and see in 30th. And on 30th, don't blame me, guys. I mean, don't. Okay. I have made this a little. I don't know whether you people will feel that is tough or easy. I have made it. I just made it. Okay. And
Everything is from class, whatever you have taught in the class, everything is from there only.
yeah, don't refer the PPTs. PPTs will have less whatever I have talked in the class. Whatever I have talked in the class. And I have also opened few locations, few things in that particular question paper that you have to imagine. You have to figure out something. Okay.
Okay. So the basic JavaScript is coming fully, na? Intermediate is not coming.
Intermediate till 20. We will cover till what date? 21st, right?
So 21st date we have covered the basics of JavaScript.
Yeah. See, event listeners, everything you people have to learn. Okay. I can tell you till event listeners, it would be there. You people remember the to-do example that we did, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Learn it correctly. Okay. Till that, learn it correctly.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, sir. Which example did you say?
To do
Okay.
app we created, right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Let's begin with our session. Rupam, I can't tell you that how many questions I have prepared. That I can do it. Sorry. And Ranjesh, to your question, right? See, lexical scope or execution context is nothing but it's an
hello, sir.
block. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. So Ranjesh, what it is like the lexical scope or the execution context, right? This is particularly the piece of code or the block of code that is going to get executed. Okay, and the closure is the binding of that particular lexical scope and the function definition present in that lexical scope. Okay, that is called closure. Ranjesh, is it okay? Okay, cool. Yes, Amanjot. I think.
Yes, sir. Actually, the example we did about that binding yesterday, like closer, it was like the counter plus. Can you please open that slide?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I am a little confused. How is it working? Like, so what I understand, like if every time we call this my counter,
Yeah.
shouldn't like where counter become 0 again, because first line it's we are doing it.
Wait. So here, when you make when you call this make counter, right, it will execute this function. Inside this function, you can see we are returning this particular function. This complete function we are returning. Okay, the counter function
Yes.
completely we are returning. That is getting
Right,
stored
right, right.
where in my counter. Okay,
Yes,
when you
yes,
call
yes.
my counter here, that means you're basically calling which function? Counter function. Function only
Counter
you're
function
calling
only. Right,
only.
right. Not the
So
make counter.
yeah, yeah. So here my counter you're calling the initial so what is closure? Closure will also with the function, the respective execution context will also come with that. So in this execution context, you can see where counter is there,
Yes.
right? So at the very first time when you're calling my counter, at that time the counter is 0. So it will going to return what? 0
One.
plus 1. So it will return 1. Now here in the second line, the counter has become 1 now. Okay. The next time when you call my counter, right, at that time with this counter function, because of closure, this counter value will be accessed. And this value has already made us 1 in the previous call. Now it is becoming
Right.
2. So that is how this is
Right.
happening. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Cool. Pradeep, you were asking something, huh?
Sir, this month end test will be on only HTML and CSS, no?
No, JavaScript is also there, right? JavaScript is also there till this add event listeners, right? Till that I have created the question.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. See, I have whatever I have told you now, guys. I have almost told about the question paper. Okay. So if you people might have listened carefully, whatever I have talked in the last 5 to 6 minutes, you people know where the question is coming from and what the question is coming from. Okay. Okay. Let's begin with Nileshwar, the whatever use case you're telling, right? That is, we can't particularly tell where we are using it, but in moving forward, I'll tell you. Okay. Everywhere this is used. Everywhere this is used. Whenever you call a function, right? That time this closure is used. Okay. So now let's move to the next question. Sorry, next topic. So today is JavaScript intermediate second lecture. So today we will be discussing about function borrowing. Then in that function borrowing, we have call, apply, and bind methods. These three are inbuilt methods in JavaScript. And after that, we will talk about IIFE. Okay. Then date and time. Then async operations. So I'll try to go a little bit slow, like yesterday. Okay. In middle, wherever I feel like the class is lagging, at that time I'll increase my speed. So in case if you people think people didn't understand anything, start me right there. Okay, so that way I can re-explain you these things. Okay, so let's jump into function borrowing. Okay, let's go to our code. Okay, let's remove this. Let's comment these three things. Now I'll do here is I'll create h1 just intermediate 2. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's come here and JS code. Let's comment this part. Okay, now let's start with function borrowing. So now let's see what happens. Let's declare an object here. Okay, let's say the object is obj. Okay, now I'll give the value. Let's say name. Okay. Okay, let's say give it value like name. Let's say first f name. Okay, f underscore name. Okay, this is going to take a value. Let's say a b. Let's the first name is Tom. Okay, and we have last name. Okay, and that is Sawyer. Okay, Tom Sawyer. Okay, and here I'm going to define one more function. Okay, let's say the function is let's consider the function like print name. Okay, Okay, it will be a function which is going to console.log first name f underscore name and f underscore star last name. Okay, so it is going to display these two values here. Okay, now this is object one. Okay, when I come here and I type object obj dot obj1 dot print name function, when I call this, right, so what this will happen, what this will do, it will call the function present in the object. Okay, let's see the output, how it is coming. See, I'm able to see Tom Sawyer here in the output. The reason is, from the object we have declared a function inside that and we are calling that. So that is how we are able to call this particular function. Okay, now I'll define one more object. Okay, let obj2. Okay, here what I'll do here is I'll also have the same parameters. Okay, the function one and this one. Okay, here I'll give the name as let's say Nick and Holden here. Okay, Nick Holden here. Okay, now if I want to print the name, first name and second name, first name and the last name of this particular object, right, I have to redefine this particular function inside this. Okay, so now we have to find a way in which we can directly reuse this particular function. Okay, this particular function, right? So we have to borrow the function from one object to another object in order to have to deal with it. So if I do here like object.to.print name, will this work? It will not work, because the reason is we don't have this particular function inside this, right? So what we'll do, we will directly move this function outside. Okay, now we'll move this function outside. Let's say we have a function called print name. Okay, I'll move this function outside. In this case, what I have to do here is I need to know, right, from where this particular value is coming. These values are coming. So what I'll do here is I will I'll get these values as a function parameter. Okay, let's say f underscore name and l underscore name. Okay, so here we have a unique function which we can utilize to process these two values. Okay, so what we can do here, we can do three things to use this particular function for these two objects in order to accomplish printing the first name and the last name. So for that, what we do here is we do function borrowing, and function borrowing is done through three methods. One is call, bind, and another one call, apply, and bind. So basically, call is nothing but is a way to call a function from an object. Okay, let's see. Let's call the function first. So this print name. Okay, print name. Okay, in this print name, we are going to call it. We are going to call this function with certain arguments. Okay, first we need to tell to which object we are going to call this. So first we have to tell to which execution context this particular function needs to call. So this is a separate lexical scope, and this is a separate lexical scope. So for example, if I want to call for object one here, so I'll do object one, and after that I have to give the values. This for this function, right? For this function, I have to give the values. What are these values? First name and second name, right? Okay, wait. Here also we can let's not take these values. We'll utilize from this here itself. Okay, this and this. Okay. So here I need to I have told that this particular object will take this values. Okay, I'll do this, and I'll come here and I'll reload. See, I'm printing Tom Sawyer. So what actually happened here was, let me iterate it again. Now we have two objects and we have a single function. This function is going to print the values of the two objects. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to borrow this function for these two objects. And to do how to do that is like, we have to use a call method. Call is an inbuilt JavaScript method, which is used to call the particular function for different objects. Okay, different objects we can call it. So this call is nothing but this call. What it will do is it will bind the particular object which we pass as the first parameter to the particular function. Okay, so when we do object.1, it will take this object.1. So what it will do, it basically what this particular line will do is it will convert the code into somewhat like this. It will convert the code into somewhat like this. Okay, it will convert the code when this line number 58 is called, right, executed. At that time, the code will somewhat look like this. It won't look like this, but I'm telling you how that basically happens. So this print name will get inside this object one, so that this dot first name and this dot last name we will be able to get it from the first object one. So that is what happens here in this particular function. Are you able to understand why we are using call and what is the use of call here?
Also, little bit doubt. Can you please repeat again?
Sorry.
Sir, repeat again.
Okay. See what happened here was we have two objects, object one and object two. Okay, both have different values. Now our job is to now we have a single function which we have to use it for both of these objects to print the name. Okay, so if I have a so what is happening here is I have a function. It's a generic function. So whenever I bind it with object one, it should execute for object one. When I bind it with object two, it should execute for object two. When I bind it with other object, I mean when I'm integrating that function with the other object, at that time it should work for that. Okay, so that the function becomes generic, and any object you want, you can use it there. Okay, so what we are doing here is to do that. What we do, we will call this print name function for the object one here. So what basically here it does is here we have given this dot function name, this dot last name. So this here is nothing but the current execution context or current lexical scope to which this print function has been binded. So this value we will get it from this particular object. So whatever value we are passing here as part of the first parameter here in call function, right? That is the lexical scope of this that will become the lexical scope of this particular print name. So for when you do object one here, what we'll do, the first name and last name for this particular execution will be taken from object one. When we say do the same thing for object two, right? So in that case, what it will happen, it will take the value of the first name and last name from the object two. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, let's see the exam output. Then I think you people will understand it. See, it is for Tom Sawyer and this is for Nick Holden. Okay, so this is like we can pass only one object at a time. We can bind a function to one particular object at a time. It is not like 2-3 objects you can pass for a single function in a call object. Call's job is to call a particular function with this particular lexical scope, whatever parameter you're passing as first. Are you people able to understand what is function borrowing and what is call here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, great. So in this case, right, let's consider there are a few more values that you people have to put it. For example, I want to add the phone number. Okay, phone number. Yes, Pradeep, please go ahead.
Yeah, if you are giving that function inside the object, means it has to print that object, no, sir, before you showed.
No,
Okay.
this will not print the object. Okay. This what it will do here is it will, for this particular object one, right, it will execute this particular function. So in this function, what we are doing, we are accessing the objects from, we are accessing some keys from the object. So
Yeah.
if you are going, so here we are taking it object one. So in that case, the first name and last name will be taken from the object one. In the second line number 59, the first name and the last name will be taken from the object two. Pradeep, you understood?
Understood, I think, sir. But before first you explained, no, in that it was not obtaining, no. So that's what I'm having doubt.
No. I think in the first also it was coming this only, right? Tom Sawyer and Nick Holden.
No, not first. First it was getting error, no.
Yeah, we were getting error because the first time when we are getting error, when we were not using call, we are directly calling the function for this object. Okay. At that time we were getting error. The reason is we didn't use call. So that's why I told you, if you don't use call, you'll get an error.
Okay, sir.
So
1 minute, Shajia. Preeti, yes, Preeti, it's a keyword which we use to call a function for not an object, for a lexical scope. Okay. Yes, Shajia.
So I'm asking that by using this word call, we can access all the elements of the object.
Yes, we can see this call. What it does is this particular function, right? The print name. It is outside of this this object's reach. Okay. So what in this? Give me a minute, guys. Give me 1 minute. Hello, guys. Please go on mute. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Ajay. You were asking a question, right? Sorry, I got a call.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
So
with
I
the
was
question.
asking that by use that word call, we can access all the elements of the object.
No. Call is the call's job is to bind the this particular function with this particular object. See, this particular object, whatever value it is inside that, right? This print function will not able to access it. Okay, it can access it by using object1 dot f value. Okay, so that will be not generic.
Okay, if I want to print all the elements, whatever in the object, then
you have to add it into your code.
I have to mention the key values there.
Yeah, definitely you have to add it. You have to mention the key values. See, here, right, we have two keys. Okay, in case if you have the third key, okay, let's say phone number here. Okay, and the phone number is, let's say, something like this. Okay, one minute, please. Yeah, hello guys. Sorry for that. So see, here we have the phone number. Okay, so when we have the phone number here, then if you want to access the phone number, you have to give the phone number here. This dot phone number. I'm audible, right, guys?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when we do this, right, in this case for object 2, what it will happen? For object 1, value was there. For object 2, there is no value, so it will give us undefined. Because phone number is present here in object 1. Whenever we are calling the function with object 1, that will execute correctly. But in case for object 2, we don't have the value, phone number, so it will become undefined here.
Yeah, sir, got it. Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. In case if you want to pass a value directly, I don't want the phone number from the object, but I want to have the phone number. Okay, in that case, what I can do here is I can pass it to a function. I can pass it to this function. And to that function, if I want to pass the phone number, right, I can give the phone number here. Okay, I can give the phone number here. Okay, this will take the phone number's value. So if you want to pass one more value, let's say address. Okay, you can also pass it from the here, and that value also you can pass it from here. Okay. So if I save this, come here and reload, see it got its name, then phone number, then the address. So any number of values you can, yeah, you can pass any number of arguments to this particular function that you have defined. So in a call method, right, the first value that you give, right, that is basically mentions which lexical scope to take, which lexical scope to pick. Okay. And after that, whatever value you're passing after that, right, after that, any number of values that you're passing, that goes as the function, that is considered as the function parameter of this particular function. For this particular function, these arguments are taken from the second to the last. All the parameters are sent to the function to which you're calling. Understood, guys, how the call is working here?
Yes, sir.
Say something, give me a thumbs up or yes, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, whatever if you want to pass, you can pass here, Rupam. And so in line number 54, we have defined a function and we have assigned it to a variable. Swapnil,
Yes, yes, okay.
what I
Sir,
said.
what is the use of this?
Okay. This basically refers to the current execution, which block, if it is a block, then it is a block execution scope. If it is an open, it is general execution scope. So this basically refers to the particular block this function should get binded to, it should get connected to. So this, right, this takes the value of f name to which scope this particular function is in. So the very first time it is with the object one. At that time, it takes the value of Tom and Sawyer. But when it is with the object two, it takes Nick and Fulton. It basically refers to which object, the object in which this function needs to get the value from. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So guys, I'll give you 2 minutes, guys. Please implement this in your respective desktop, computer, or laptop, and let me know if you people are able to do it, or if you have any doubts, please ask me. Guys, did you people complete this? Okay. I'll give 1 more minute, guys. Please do it. Okay. So we move to the next concept, guys. Okay. So similarly, like call, right? We have one more function um, to deal with this. But the only difference is that is called as apply. That is called as apply. Same job, same thing. Like call, it will do the job. But only difference here is it will take the first object. It will take the first object to the scope, and after that, it will take all the values in the array. So for this particular apply, right, there will be only two parameters. One is the scope, and another one is an array of all the data which needs to be passed to this particular function to which you're calling. Okay, so that is how we do with the call and apply. So apply is same as call, but only difference is it is all the input to the function is given in the array format. Any doubts in this, guys, in apply?
Sir, all the data will be in the array or just last two?
All the data which you pass it to this particular function. All the data which you pass it to the particular function. That data will be there in the array. Okay, if we come here and reload, see, the output is same. There's nothing different.
So we can use then any of the words, call or apply.
Yeah,
But
you can use
we-
it. But use the correct syntax for it. Okay. Guys, for the test, right, for the month-end test, right, please prepare it well. JavaScript basics is there in the even the add event listener is also there in the test. Okay, prepare yourself. I don't know whether on 21st we covered this or not, but I have included in the test, so also prepare for it. Okay. If you people have completed this apply, right, let me know. Okay. Please try it out in your respective desktop, laptop, or computers, and yeah, thumbs up is good. So if you people have completed it, or put it in chat. Okay, guys. Right. Okay. Now we have done with call and apply. So there is one more way to do it. Okay, to use this particular function for these objects, different objects. So how to do that? Okay, let's check that part. How to do that? Okay, and that is called as bind. Okay, so here I'll do. So that bind word, right? The bind here we are directly calling the function using the scope and all. But here, right, we will create a new function which will do the job of this particular things. Okay, so we will create a new function. Let's say new function, which will new function one. Okay, new function one. So in this, what we'll do, we will do print name dot bind of what is the scope to which we are going to bind first. It's this object one. Okay, object one, and to that whatever value we are going to pass, the phone number and then the address. Okay. 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 So this is how we do it this. So here, what it will do, this particular line, what it will do, it will create a new function with the execution scope as object1 with these values, and it will store it in a variable, and that variable is new func1. Okay, new func1 is that new variable. So if you want to use that variable, right? If I come here and do console.log of new func1, okay, it will be a function. Okay, let's come here and reload. See, that is a new function. That is same. This is nothing but the same function. Whatever this function is there, right? This will be the same function which will coming to this. But only difference is for this function, the phone number and the address will be picked up from here, and the all the values which uses this will be picked up from object1. Okay, if I come here and call that function, right, the func1 function right here, now see, I'll be able to see the values from the function1. See, from the object1, I'm getting all the values. Tom Sawyer is basically from the object1, so that we are able to get it here. So the bind's job is to create a new function which will execute with the values of the very first parameter that you have given, as considering that as the lexical scope, and other values will be passed as the function parameters for the print function. You people understood what in bind do? What does the bind do here, and how it is creating a new function, new copy of the function?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is my voice breaking for everyone?
No, sir, it's fine now. Actually.
I think two people have one or two people have said that voice is breaking. That's why I asked. Okay. So okay. So I'll just repeat it again. So what we are doing here is we are creating a new see, the print function here in call and apply, right? It is directly calling the function, okay, wherever it is required. But if I want to call the function when I want to, in that case, what I will do here is I've used bind keyword to create bind the keyword with the all the parameters, like to which SQL scope this print function should execute, and what are the parameters that I need to pass it to this print function. So everything I'll bind it together, and I'll create a new copy of the function. That new copy will be only for object1. So this func1, right, that will always be related to object1. Okay, if I want for object2, then I have to create a new function. Okay, I have to do let new func2 is equal to print name of object2 comma, I will just put that, just take this value. Okay, so this new func2, right, that will be always be binded with object2 only. Okay, so that is how we do it.
So
Yes.
I didn't put dot bind.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, not bad. Okay. Thanks. So see, when I execute this second function, right, that will be only for second object2. Okay. The fact here is we use bind because bind, when you bind it, right, in that case, whenever you want, you can call that function. So it is not like every time you have to write print1 dot call of that value, right, or apply of that value. So it is more easy to do that. So for that we have bind. Yes, Rupam. Okay. Yeah, guys, any doubt in this bind? Okay. Please implement this in your respective desktop, laptop, or computers, and let me know if your people are able to successfully do it, or if people have faced any problems. If you people are confident with this topic, then shall we move to the next concept?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to read a theory and small examples, I have also mentioned it in the PPT. Okay. Okay. So the next one is IIFE. IIFE is a very cool concept, guys. Okay. It's basically it means immediately invoked function expression in JavaScript. So in JavaScript, we know that if all the functions are initially defined, and you can have that function in the variable in the global variable scope, or at least in the script variable scope. So anywhere the function or the variable to which you are assigning the function, that appears on the global variable scope or the function local variable scope, right? Block variable scope. So when we don't want that and we want to keep an very anonymous things, where we don't want any values from the inside the functions, inside the function, if you're going to declare variables, that you don't want to access it outside anywhere. Okay. And no closure to happen like this. If you, in that case, we have to use IIFE, which is immediately invoked function expression, where it consists of two parts. The first one is the grouping operator, and another one is the immediate execution part. Okay, let's see what is that grouping operator and the immediately execution part. So both are this only. So this is the first parenthesis is called the grouping operator, and the second parenthesis for calling the function which we are going to define inside this grouping operator. So we will define a simple function here. Okay. Okay. And this function, let's say console dot log of hello guys. I am IIFE. Okay. Cool. So this is what is there. So if I save this and come here and reload, see, that is readily executed. So we know that we know that for anonymous functions, right? Anonymous function, we have to assign it to a particular variable, and that variable you have to call it. Then only anonymous function will be able to execute. But if you want to execute an anonymous function right away in the code, without writing any particular variables or anything, without disturbing the global execution context or the block execution context, in that case, we have to follow this approach. This will readily execute the code, whatever inside this function is there. Okay. So this is what function is. So let's consider one more way. Okay, one more way, where we have a general function. Let's say, or let's have a general function. Let's do let x is equal to function. Okay, function, inside which I'll declare where p where a is equal to 10. Okay, fine. Now what I'll do here is I'll call x. Okay, now inside this I'll declare let b is equal to 20. This I'll and go to source here and reload. Okay, and I place debuggers inside. Place debugger inside these two. Okay, now if I reload this, right, see, now I have in local scope I have value as a. Okay, if I play this again, see, it went to this particular function. Here also I'm able to see the respective variable b, which is undefined. So basically both of these values are appearing in local scope. Okay, but this will but when you come here, reload it again, right? If I come to this call stack, okay, see, I in this calls sorry, not in call stack, in global scope, if I come here and see x, the function x should be present. Okay, it is X, let X. So it will be present in the global scope. See here in the script scope. So basically, this particular function will be present in the script scope at least. But this thing, right? Whatever you're seeing in this thing, right? This will be not present in the scope itself. Only the variable which is getting declared inside, right? That will only will be there. See, we have this only. We don't have any other place which will have this function value in the scope. So that is why we are using immediately invoked functions here. Okay, so here this particular function, right? If you are going to declare any value, let's say let temp is equal to 20. Okay, and if I'm going to come here, I'm going to use b and temp. Okay, here I come here and stop this, remove this. Okay, come to console and reload. See, we got an error. What is the error? 30 is not temp. Okay, so what happened here was this temp value, right? We were not able to access inside this. Inside this function, we are not able to access the temp value. Okay, so that is how we see this. Okay, this is how there is no closure happening here. Okay, if I remove this temp for now, okay, I come here and reload. Okay, I have this another thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that is how. The problem was let temp equal to 30. I think I said it wrong. Okay. Now if I try to access temp here, okay, I'll come here and reload. See, I'm able to access it. Sorry, I was wrong. Okay. So basically, what it means is whatever value which is present outside, that also can be accessed inside IIFE. But here, this is not happening through a closure, because this is an immediately invoked function, which means it's actually like the simple line of code that you're going to write. But why do we require IIFE? The reason is to not have a function in the global scope. The global scope or the script scope. This particular function will not get stored anywhere. So that is why we are dealing with IIFE. Any doubts here, guys? Okay. So what I meant here was this particular function, right? This function. See, we have an anonymous function, which we have to always give it to store it in a variable and call that variable in order to do it. So anyhow, in the global scope, in the global scope on the local scope, anyhow, this particular function will come in the browser. To stop that coming from, what we do here is we use a grouping operator, which is open parenthesis and a close parenthesis, inside which you define the anonymous function. And you readily call that by using a calling parenthesis. Okay, this is called as IIFE, which readily get executed. Okay, so this is so whenever line number 82 is hit, right, it will execute all these functions, all this code. All this code is executed. So that is the plus point of IIFE. Readily it gets executed. The function, we can readily execute it. Okay. Guys, are you people able to understand this?
Yes, sir. Sir, any example like where what would be the use case of this? Like,
okay, the use case is we prevent the global variables. I mean, we with this, right? What happens is this particular function will not appear in any global or script places. This helps
right,
us to
sir.
protect private data. Okay.
Right.
For
Banking
that
and
particular usage, we use this. Yeah, exactly. So that is why if you're going to sit for a banking banking based IT job, right? So I'm 100% sure you'll get a IIFE question there.
Right, sir.
Okay. Yeah, guys, please implement this and try to understand how that has happened. And let me know if you people understood this concept. Please try it out in your respective desktop, laptop, or computers, and let me know if you're able to successfully execute it and understand how it is, what is happening in the background. Put debuggers in the debuggers here and see how that is appearing here in the call stack and the scope. Guys, any people who were absent yesterday, please go and watch yesterday's video. Yesterday's class was very, very important, and I have covered a lot of important topics, which I think of the places that topics are taught. Okay, I'm not telling good things about me. I'm just telling that is very, very important. Consider that. Okay, don't think that I'm just praising about myself, that I only have taught like that. Don't think like that. The one that I've taught yesterday is very, very important for your interviews, as well as also for your job. Any one of you guys have attended any interviews before? Before.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, Abhishek, did you attend any JavaScript interviews? So, did you get any questions from whatever we discussed yesterday, previously in any interviews? Okay. Yeah. See, so Abhishek and Rupam are agreeing that they have got the questions from yesterday, whatever we have discussed. So yeah, it's pretty much sure that the people will get questions too. So yesterday's video is very, very important. Okay. So we have covered these three concepts so far. So these two are, it's like we can go very fast. So no worries on that. Okay. So yeah, guys, are you clear with the IIFE, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now there are few cases that we have to execute in IIFE. Let's do that. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's consider one thing. Okay. Now let's remove this part. Okay. Okay. Let's remove this comment, this part. Okay. Now I have let here. Instead of that, I'm going to put where. Okay. Where be. Okay. According to our knowledge, we know that whenever we use where be, it comes in where, in which scope it comes.
Sir, it comes global, but not inside a function. If we use, then it's a function scope only where.
Okay. Let's consider one. Let's consider. Yeah, it comes where in outside it doesn't. We doesn't get it. Okay. So what is the error we usually get? So let's see.
Define,
Here.
sir.
Undefined we get, right? What we get? Undefined.
Undefined.
Yeah. So here I'm trying to do the same. Okay, but let's see what is the error we are getting here. Okay, I have to remove this. Okay. See. Okay, so temp not defined. Just remove this part. See what error I'm getting here. I'm getting a reference error. B is not defined. Okay. So the difference here is, guys, the difference here is in the regular function, whenever you have where, right? It basically, whether the function gets executed or not, it will create the memory location, which is present in the memory. Okay. But when you define where or let or const based variables, right, inside IIFE, right, the complete IIFE stays in temporal dead zone. You will remember what a temporal dead zone is.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but previously we know that when let gets a value or const get a value, it comes out of the temporal dead zone. But in this case, right, the function after a function execution, the function itself get destroyed inside the temporal dead zone. So there is no function left inside the temporal dead zone, and there is nothing left in the global execution scope also. So that is why the particular B, right, B is not able to find in the memory. We are not able to find B in the memory. So according to the global execution scope, B is nowhere. B cannot be found anywhere. Now we understand the how secure this particular IIFE is.
So IIFE is in temporal dead zone, sir.
No, don't tell like that. IIFE is like in separate memory location where if executes and get destroyed. So whatever happened inside it, nobody knows. Keep it that in that manner. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. See, if you people redefine it again, right? If you people redefine it here, the B, right, you'll be able to access B. Okay. But if you don't redefine it here, you will be not able to access B here. Okay.
Can you write?
So,
inside
sir,
the
so
function
basically
equal to
IIFE runs once, na?
Yeah, it only runs once.
Okay, sir.
Sir? Hello?
Yes, somebody was, yes, Ranjesh.
Inside the function, can you define only b equal to 20 and then run without var?
Can you repeat again? Sorry, your voice is somewhat echoing. I'm not able to understand.
Can you define b equal to 20 only without var and then run this program?
Just B equal to 20.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we're able to get 20.
Yes.
So what actually happened here was this here, right? This pushes a global scope because whenever you don't give any value to it, right? Any value to it,
Sir, your
it
voice
takes
is lagging.
for everyone. My voice is lagging.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's give a minute and then I'll speak again. Guys, is my voice again audible?
Yes, sir. Now it's fine.
Audible, sir.
Okay. So yeah. So what it was happening here was give where here, right? Where letter const here, and then that case, this particular B is pushed to the global execution scope. Okay. In that case, you will be able to access the value here. Okay. If I'm going to try it with let, I'll be not able to get it. Okay. Or const. I'll be able to not get it. Okay. But on where, right? If you're not going to give anything, it will push to the global execution scope.
So can we like declare variables without this three keywords? Like
You can do that. You can do that. But that is that is not a good engineering practice.
why, sir? What's the reason behind it?
Because if you're in Java, that is why when if you don't give anything, it will
Yes, sir.
basically consider where the browser
Sir,
pushes where in front of that.
your voice broke. No, it's broke for a bit. It's good now. There was broke for some time.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I think 2 days it was good. Now again, I don't know why. See, what basically it happens here is, uh, in this space, right? When you don't have where, let, or const, right? The browser gives where in front of that particular variable. Okay, and this where directly connects it with the window object of the browser. So when it is directly connected to the window object of the browser, that becomes global execution scope.
Right.
Okay, so that is why you people are able to get it. And when you use, yeah, exactly, Rupam. So when you use strict mode, right, in basically JavaScript, you have to use in strict mode. So in that case, you can't define variables like this. It will throw an error. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Without declaring assigning value to a variable, why not giving error? So Nileshwar, if you're going to directly assign a value without declaring, right, what browser does it pushes where in front of that particular variable. That is why you're not getting an error. Yeah. Cool. Any doubt here, guys? Okay. Parag, what is strict mode? Okay. Let's say if I'm going to use just B here. Okay. And if I come here and reload, see I'm able to get 20 here. Now what I'll do in starting of the file, I'll do use strict. Okay. Yes. What is that syntax?
Sir, you have to write
Oh,
use and strict in.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, got it. It has to be in the single string. Okay. So when I use this particular keyword at the starting of the file, right? So from then onwards, some certain rules get agreed. So if I come here and reload, see now it is throwing an error. B is not defined. Okay. So using strict is a way to apply some standard engineering practices to your code. Okay. In that case, you will not able to define B. The browser will not push any code into your code. So it will not push the where in front of your variable if there is no way it is defined. Parag, did you get it? What is strict? What is strict mode?
So repeat this. Use strict.
Okay. Yeah. See. So what happened is what we do here is here we have directly defined a variable. I mean, initialized a variable without declaring it. So this is a wrong way of doing it, but JavaScript allows it to do that. Okay, so to maintain the good engineering practices from JavaScript, we have something called as use strict mode. So whenever you put something like this in your JavaScript file, right, it will basically apply some rules and sanity check in your code. Okay, so when you use strict, right, in your HTML code in quotes, what it will do is it will consider this as an error. Okay, without use strict, this will execute, because at that time browser is allowed to push where in front of B. But when you use strict mode, the browser is not allowed to push anything into your code. Shazi, is it clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. Neeleshwar, in production, right, depends upon the companies. Okay, but according to my knowledge, all the companies use strict mode in the production.
Sir, about this, so even if we declare like B inside a regular function, still we get the reference error. So what is the difference between IIFE and a regular function in terms of this?
No. You are getting undefined, right? When you define a regular function.
I tried it and I'm getting reference error only.
You used let B or where B?
Okay. I used where B.
You would have strange. Is it so? Function, let's say, let's say function x. Okay, and I have where and do did you call the function?
Yeah, I'm not called the function. That is yes.
You have to call it.
Right, sir.
I'm audible. Hello.
Voice is cutting off, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is it clear now? Sorry, guys, my health is a little bit acting up. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay. So now, hello. Okay. 1 minute. Guys, is it audible now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, guys. Audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, probably Preeti. Traffic because of that it's coming up, but it shouldn't come up. Let me have a word tomorrow. Anyhow, tomorrow is a
Sir,
leave,
still
right?
breaking.
I'll check with the internet guys. Okay. Is it clear now, guys? Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now
We can
audible.
hear.
Okay. So yeah, now I check the speed. It came back to 50 Mbps. I don't know. Something is happening. Okay. So let's continue with the class. Yeah, guys. Where were we? Where did we stop? Somebody was asking a doubt, right? I think. Yeah,
Yes,
Manjul.
sir. Yes, sir. Temp
You got it.
one. Sir, after calling, also it's giving the same error for me.
No, did you check it is present in the global scope or not when you use where?
Okay, I have to check in the console window. Right? Not there,
Yeah.
sir. I have not checked it.
Okay, just check that out. Okay, we'll discuss it in the later part of the
Right, sir.
class.
Right.
Okay, let's move to the next topic, guys. So the next topic is date and time. So date and time in JavaScript. So basically, both date and time are considered in the date object. Date object. So the date, date, that keyword is used as an object in JavaScript. Okay. So there are a lot of functions involved with date and time. Okay. So this is why we are using this as a peculiar concept. Why we have to learn it to say in this manner, right? Most of the things, most of the development, right, happens with something called as timestamp. Timestamp is a particular point of time. What if some function is getting executed at what time? We need to know which in which time this function executed. So if something goes wrong, right, in the system, we need to know at what time this has gone wrong. Okay, like for example, my internet issue. So every time around 10:15 to 10:30, there is an internet issue with me because at that time the traffic is a little bit high. So I need to know the time when the internet is breaking down so that I can check what actually is happening. Either really the traffic is more or really the traffic is down, like that. Okay. So we need to know the date and time exactly so that only we can pinpoint the issue. So for that only, we will be learning this concept called date and time in JavaScript. Any doubt why we are learning this date and time issue, date and time concept?
No, sir.
Okay. Fine. So let's check up with how to do that. Okay. So we can directly go with the browser approach here. So we'll directly code it in the browser. Okay. Okay. So here I'll just clear this. No, I'll just clear this and come here and comment this. Okay, come here and comment the use script. Amanjo, try. I mean, commenting the use script and try.
Right, sir.
Yeah, I think because of that only you are facing that issue. Okay, fine. So let's jump into the date. So let's create a variable or directly just do console.log of date. New date. So date is like a class if you want people to know, or you can call it as a class, or you can also call it as a constructor function. So you have to use a new keyword in order to invoke it. Okay. So I'm using new date here. Okay. If I come here and reload, see, I got the current timestamp. It is 25th Jan, and what is the time? It is 10:17, 48 seconds. And what is the time zone we are in? So all these values will come up with the usage of this particular value. So you can also store it in a variable. Let's say let date time is equal to new date. Okay. With this, we are able to get this date. To come here and reload, see, I'm able to get the results. Okay. Any doubt why we are using date and why we need to use a new keyword in date?
No, sir.
Okay. So basically, this is without arguments. Okay. So here we have created a date here. So please try it out in your respective desktop, laptop, or computer space, and let me know if you're able to get the correct date, time, and the zone, everything. Just try it out. Okay. Okay. See, date is like of a class, or you can say a constructor function. So in JavaScript, everything is considered as object. So to create an object from a constructor function, you have to use new keyword. That is why we use new keyword. Kanu, is it clear? Okay. So Sumitra, the date and time both we can get it from this particular constructor function called date. Okay. From this itself, we can get date and time both. There is no need of using different keywords. We can use from the date itself. We can get both date and time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is the output, guys. This is the output.
Sir, I'm not getting this output.
What is the output you're getting, Shazia?
Sir, nothing.
What is, did you use new keyword, new date?
Yes.
I don't think so. Can you copy and paste your code in the chat? How about others, guys? Anybody, everyone got any output?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I got
So,
it.
Sir, how, sir? It was showing only Indian time zone.
because it shows the current location from which your IP is based off.
Okay, suppose if
Sir, I
we
sent it.
GPS
I don't, yeah, I got it, Shazia, 1 minute. I don't think that is from the browser. It's basically from the browser, it reads the time. So if you try to change it in your laptop, right? Try to change the time from your laptop and try whether there is the output is getting changed. Can you try that, Pradeep?
Yes, sir. For me, it's the laptop time because my laptop time is wrong and it's just giving me
Okay.
laptop time.
Yeah, it is. It is basically coming from the your machine. Only.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Shazia, 1 minute. I'm just checking your code.
सर अगर आईपी एड्रेस से मांगता तो उसको परमिशन लेना पड़ता था ना पहले.
हाँ, yeah, exactly. Shazia, your code seems fine to me. I don't think that is an issue. Can you directly run it in the console in the browser?
Okay.
Yeah. Or just save the file and reload the page. Right, reloading the page. Okay. Yeah. So this is how we get the date. Okay. Now let's see. There are a lot of functions with the date, which we can get it, like the current time or the UTC time, just only to get date like that. So here, right, we have date here. Okay. Now, if you want to just get the current time, so what we'll do dot now. Okay. Now is a function which is related to a date object. So the date time here is a date time object. Okay. When it's an object which is created by new date constructor function. Okay. So this basically tells the current time. Okay. Wait. The function. Oh, sorry. 1 minute. Yeah, before that, I have to tell you one more. Okay, so currently now we have seen just the date time. So here we will see the output as something like this. Okay, something like this. If I pass a certain value to this, for example, 0. Okay, what it will do is it will always go back to the 1970. So this will be consistent for you. This means the very first time in the web when we loaded the time date. Okay, this belongs to that particular timeline. So everyone will get the same output whenever you are passing 0 to it. The date, right? Whenever you are passing 0 to it. Any doubt here, guys?
No, sir.
Okay. Wait a minute. Let okay, fine. So now what you're going to do here is we are going to implement one functions and see what and all it workings. Okay. So let's if you want the date and time. So currently it is an Indian time zone. If you want it for UTC, right? You can do dot UTC. Okay. Do UTC string. Okay. You save this and come here and reload. See, it will give the UTC time. So this is the UTC time. UTC time is like 4 to 4:55, which is 5.5 hours minus our time. Okay, so you know UTC, where UTC is, it's a Greenwich Mean Time, which is present in the Europe. Okay, so currently that is the zeroth place that you consider. Okay, yeah, it's in London, exactly. Okay, so that particular location's time is taken up and given to us. That is we call this UTC. Okay, now if you from the date object, if you want to get only the date, so then in that case you can do get date. It's an inbuilt function. These things are all inbuilt in JavaScript. We are just utilizing it. So if you do just get date right, we will only get date. So today's date is 25. Okay, like that. If you want to get the day, what day today is. Okay, so you'll get the date, get date. That's an inbuilt function. So you'll get two. Two means Tuesday. Monday is considered as one. Two means Tuesday, like that. Okay, that is why we are getting a number here. Okay, then if you want to get, okay, according to this, what is the next one? Get full year. Okay, if you want to get what is this year? Okay, yeah, 0 is for sun. Okay, I'll tell you that. Okay, this is the full year. What is the value we have? So I'll just make the copy of all of this so that you people can type it right now. Get date, then get day. Okay. Please implement all these three, okay, in your respective laptop, computer, or desktop, and let me know if you people have done it, so that we can move to the next functions. Are you guys able to do these three things? Reply something, guys. Okay. Yeah, Shubhankar. So this get day, right? So what it will do, it will return value from 0 to 6. Okay, 0 to 6. 0 means Sunday, 1 means Monday, 2 means Tuesday, 3 means Wednesday, 4 means Thursday, 5 means Friday, and 6 means Saturday. So this particular get day, right, it will only return 0 to 6 values. 0 for the Sunday, and the 6 for Saturday. Okay. Okay. So similarly, you guys can implement these functions. Whatever we have, right? We get full year, get hours, get milliseconds, get minute, get month, and get seconds. Please implement this thing in your respective computer, laptop, or desktop, and let me know if you people are able to do it or not. I'm not going to do it in the code. You people have to try this out. All these you have 3 plus 2, 5 functions you have to type. Okay, please try it out, guys. Everybody, please try it out. Shazia, you were able to get the doubt. Sorry, the
Yes, I got it down.
what happened actually? You didn't save the file, or
Yes, sir.
okay. Tomorrow's a holiday, right? You people know that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is very happy, it seems. Yeah, sure. Exactly. Hey guys, if you people have completed this, let's move to the other topic. Any doubts so far in date and time, guys? Now nobody's replying.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Clear.
Okay, cool. Let's move to the async programming now. Okay, so till today, I mean, yesterday we people discussed, right, how the line by line execution happens and why JavaScript is called a synchronous programming language. People remember those things?
Yes, sir.
And is JavaScript function is a single thread or multi-thread threaded
Single
approach?
thread. Single thread, sir.
Okay, why it is called a single thread?
Sir, it execute from the call stack single one by one.
Okay, cool. We have only one call stack. Okay, cool. Right. So now let's talk about asynchronous programming. So what is synchronous programming? When the first line executes, then second line, then third line by line is getting executed. If in some case, if line number 6 is executed after line number 8 or 9, that is called as asynchronous programming. So how to make JavaScript as asynchronous programming? We have two ways. One is the usage of set timeout function, and another one is set interval function. Okay. So basically, the set timeout function, what's its job is, it will take two values. Okay. This set timeout function will take two values. Okay. First, it will take a function. Okay. Another, it takes a number. It's a number. Okay. So basically, the first function, the whatever function that we are going to define here, right? Let's say function, it's a function here. It's a callback function. Okay. It's a callback function. Here I'm going to, it's a function that we pass as a parameter to the set parameter. And we are going to type it here as console.log. This is set timeout. Okay. Fine. Fine. If I save this, I'll put it here as, let's say, 5,000. Okay. I'll save this. What basically it means is this function, this set timeout function will have two parameters. The first parameter is a function, and second parameter is a time parameter in seconds. Okay, in milliseconds. Okay, so after 5,000 milliseconds, this particular function will get executed. Okay, if I come here and type console.log of, this is outside. Okay, outside of set timeout. Okay, fine. So basically what here happened was, according to your knowledge, till today we understood JavaScript is an asynchronous programming. Then what should have happened? This should have come output as first, and after that this should have come, right? But something different will happen here. See, we got out, this is outside of set timeout. Okay, then now we have to wait some time. See, now only we are getting this is set time. Basically what happens is, whenever set timeout is triggered, right, it will create a separate block execution scope, and it will wait till 500 milliseconds. There is a timer running in the browser. There will be a timer object which will be running in the browser. So after 5,000 seconds, this particular function is pushed into the call stack. Till that time, this things, right, nothing will happen in the call stack. After 5,000 milliseconds, this particular function will be pushed into the call stack, and that will get executed. That is what's happening in the set timeout function. Any doubt here, guys? In set timeout function?
No, sir.
Anybody trying to understand how this set timeout is working? How it is loaded in the browser? How yes, or which kind of a delay? You could say that. See, Preeti, what happens is in set timeout, right? We have two parameters. First one is a function, and another one is a time parameter. So what it happens here is when this particular line are executed, this particular function is created. This function is created but stored separately. It's not pushed into the call stack. It is stored separately, and timer objects it starts in the browser. Once it reaches 5,000, right? This particular function which was created, right? That is pushed into the call stack and it is executed. So basically, we wait 5,000 milliseconds to execute this particular function. And till that time, the browser don't wait. It will keep on executing the next lines, which is after that. Okay, it will keep on executing. Okay, here you have to pass only value in terms of milliseconds. Okay, 1,000 milliseconds equal to 1 second. Okay. Okay. So basically, this set timeout will always return a value, and that value is a timer object. Okay, that's called timer. Okay, this set timeout will return a okay. So here we have a set timeout here. So what basically it will do is it will return an object called timer object. But what here three things will happen. It will return a timer object which gets stored in the timer. The function will be created and it will stored in the memory. And a timer is started in the browser till its the time becomes 5 seconds. Once it is 5 seconds and done, the value of this particular this function it's pushed into the call stack and it is utilized. Okay, it is utilized. Okay, and this timer will reset. This timer object will reset. If you want to reset it before itself, okay, before itself, if you want to reset the timer before 5,000, you have to reset it. In that case, you can use a function called clear timeout. Clear timeout. In this function, you have to pass the respective timer object which you have created using set timeout. If you pass with that, right, this will not get executed. See, let's wait for some time. Let's see whether that particular code comes or not. See, it has not come now this time. Let's wait for some more seconds. Okay, then didn't come up here. If I comment this line, right, if I don't clear the timer, I come here and reload. See, now we have got the value. But previous time we were not able to get it. The reason is we were clearing out the timer object using clear timeout function. It's an inbuilt function in JavaScript. See, so we have a set timeout function here. This set timeout function will have three things. The set timeout function will create a timer object.
So clear timeout एक बार वापस explain करो ना.
That's what I'm trying to do. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So basically, in set timeout, right? Whenever set timeout code is encountered in the browser, when browser is running the JavaScript, right? What it will do is it will create the respective function, store it in the memory, run a timer object in the browser, and with that function and the timer object, it will create a bigger timer object. It will create a big timer component kind of object which it will return, and that gets stored in this variable. Okay, this variable. Okay, and when once this line number 99 is executed, right, at that time the timer starts from 0 to 5,000. It will go incrementally 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 5,000. Okay, before reaching 5,000, if you call this particular function clear timeout of the timer object, it will clear the timer. So this particular function will not get executed. Whatever function inside that, right? Because after reaching 5,000 only, this particular function will get executed. Before that itself, we have cleared the timer. It is reset to 0. So in that case, this particular function will not execute. That is what clear timeout is about. Are you guys understood what an timeout is and how the clear timeout is used? Everyone, please reply.
Yes, sir.
Great. Yes, I'll give you a minute. Please implement this in your respective desktop, computer, laptop, and let me know if you are able to successfully do it. Or if you're facing problem, put it in chat or raise your hand so that I can clear those doubts. Guys, give me a thumbs up or put in chat if you guys have completed or understood and feel confident in set timeout.
Yes, sir. Like in this set timeout, can we also pass a function from another function, or we have to write the anonymous function only inside it?
You can pass another function object also.
Okay. So I tried to pass another function like, but it's just not timing out. It's executing right away.
What did you do? You have passed instead of this, you created an object.
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
You
sir.
have to call it inside. You have to call it inside. I thought you were asking to call it inside.
Okay. Because we have to like we cannot.
No.
I called it inside. I wrote the function outside, and I was trying to call it inside this.
Wait. See, instead of this, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's do
Yes.
it.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it here. Okay. Let's do let x equal to this one. Okay. And if you
Right,
passed
sir.
here x, right? This is what you did.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Now let's see the output. Okay. Let's do some 500. And let's come here. So basically, that is not taking up the function. This function is
Right.
it's not taking it, right?
It's not taking.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's type a function. Okay. And inside that, I'll call function x. Okay. I'll come here and read it. Didn't happen this time also. Oh, sorry. The reason it didn't happen in previous time was we had the clear timeout.
Clear timeout.
Yeah, that is the reason it didn't happen. That's what I'm thinking. It should have worked. Okay. See, it is coming up.
Yeah.
It's basically a function object you have to pass. Yeah, I think because of the clear timeout only we missed it. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe the previous time, Amanjot, you were facing some issue, right? That's also because of use strict, right?
No, sir. I'll have to because I didn't never use that use trick, so I don't know. I'll have to figure that out.
Sure. It's try it out. If you don't get it, let me know. Okay.
Sure, sir. Thanks.
Good. Yeah, guys. Let's move to the next concept. So here the set timeout function, right? It only calls only once this function. Okay. What if if you want to call the same function for multiple times, for every 2 seconds, we have to call this function. So how can we do that? So that is why we have an inbuilt function, something called this set interval. Okay, so same thing that we are going to do. It will also does the same thing exactly as set timeout, but it does in the recursive manner. So how? Let's see. It will also create a timer object. Okay, and set interval. Okay. Okay. To this we have to pass a function. Let's say console dot log of this. This is so cool. Okay, and I'll pass it here 2000 milliseconds, which 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds, this will print, this will call the function. So what happens is, so whenever this line number 107 is encountered in the browser, right, it will create a timer object and it will assign it to this particular timer variable. Okay, and in the browser, it will start running the timer. So once it reaches 2000, this particular function is pushed into the call stack and it is executed. And again, the timer will become resetted to 0, and again it will come to 2000. At that time, again this function will get pushed into the call stack and will be executed. So this will be keep on executing. So let's try this out. Okay. See, first 2 seconds completed. Now another 2 seconds. So see, so basically it is coming, it is printing. The only point here is if any in the browser, right, every time when you print the same line, it just couples it together into a single line. See, the number is incrementing, the amount of time it is getting printed. Okay, so that is way we use set interval. But if you use set interval, right, and if you want to clear the interval, okay, if you want to clear the interval, you can also use clear interval. Clear interval function, to which you have to pass the timer object. Okay, if you pass this, right, it will clear the timer automatically. So it will not get a printed at all. Okay, so this is how we use set interval. So there is a way to use a combination of set interval. For example, you have to call this function how many times? Let's say 10 times. You have to call this function for 5 times. So 5 times means how much time the complete execution will take. For every 2 seconds, we are printing this function once. So for 5 times, if you want to print it, how much time it will take?
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. So what I'll do, I'll write set timeout. Okay. In the set timeout, I'll write a function. What it will do, it will clear the timer. Okay. It will clear the timer. Okay. And I'll give this as 11 seconds. Okay. On the 11th second, this will fail. This will clear the timer. So it for 5 times, this particular thing will get printed. Okay, let's come here and reload. Let's see whether that works or not. So 1 time it got printed, 2 time it got printed, 3 time it got printed, 4 time it got printed, 5 times it got printed. See, now it has stopped printing.
So please explain again. Good.
So what we basically did here is we want to print this function, because set interval, it will keep on printing. It is like an infinite loop. It will keep on printing. We have to stop it at certain time, right? In certain condition, we have to stop it. So we can use a if or else condition to do that, or we can also use set timer. For here, for an example, what we considered, only this particular function should execute for 5 times. So for execution of this particular function for 5 times, every 2 seconds, 1 time this function is getting executed. So 5 times, how much second it will take? On the 10th second, fifth time, this function will get executed. So after 10 seconds, this interval needs to be clear. The timer object needs to be clear.
So,
Yes, Abhi.
so if we give 10,000 instead of 11,000, so it will run 5 times or 4 times?
It will run only 4 times, I guess. I've tried it out. See, it has printed only 4 times. The reason is after completion of 10th second only, it will 10 seconds only, this function will get executed. But on the once the 10 second is entered, it will clear the interval. It is like a neck on neck at that time. Yeah. So any doubts on set interval or set timeout, guys? Any doubts? Why it is asynchronous? How these timers are happening? How to clear it? Any doubts so far, guys?
No, sir.
Okay. How about others, guys?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Cool. That's all for today's class, guys. That's what. Okay. So let's go to the MCQs, guys. Any doubts in today's class or yesterday's class, guys? Okay.
So time interval if I explain कर दो ना.
Time interval is basically nothing but it has a function. So every time interval, right? Every time interval, this particular interval, right? 2 seconds. Okay. So every 2 seconds, the function will keep on executing. That is time interval. Okay. Set time interval.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, guys, I'll go to the MCQs, guys. I guess I don't want to waste time. Okay, I'll go to the MCQs. Guys, I've created the first MCQ. Please go and answer. That is for 2 minutes. Guys, I've created the second MCQ. Please go and answer. Guys, I've created the wait, I've created the third MCQ. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm creating the third MCQ, guys. Please go and answer. That's also for 2 minutes. You guys, I'm creating the fourth MCQ, the last MCQ. That is also for 2 minutes. Please go and answer. Guys, I've created the attendance also. Please so the next class we are going to start with the ASIC concepts. Okay. Any doubts or anything in today's class, guys? Any grievances or anything that you want to tell me, guys?
I have a question about like little about the CC yesterday CC. Sir.
Okay, what's your question?
Is it possible, sir? I can share the screen. Like I have a little bit trouble like in one thing.
Yeah, sure. I'll share this. I will make you co-host.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
have made you the co-host. You can share it. Yeah, sure. I guess.
So I have like made it, sir. Like it's working fine like this. Everything, but the only thing I'm having problem is like this. The first number has needs to be red, and the last number needs to be green. I'm not able to figure out, sir, how to make that happen. Like in the
Okay. I can tell you what you have to do. So what you have to
yes, sir.
do is you need to add a class name, dynamic class name to it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Or you can do a dynamic property. You can give a dynamic property. So whenever you are adding a new element, right, to it, that time the previous element you have to find and you have to change its style to different color. Okay.
Right,
And the
sir.
current value, whichever you're getting, right? For that, so you can make an array of elements. Okay. And you
Yes,
have to
sir.
store the array of elements, and that array of elements you have to access it and utility. That's how you can do it.
Yes, sir. So like in the JS, I have this array queue, right,
Okay.
sir? So what I'm doing is I'm pushing everything to the queue and then just sending it to the inner HTML, right, sir?
Okay.
So I use this one. If I use it, changes the color
Color.
for the whole queue.
Yeah. You should do it for that particular item that you're creating, right? For that item only you have to do. The rest is the complete setup, right? See,
and
the rest you are telling, right? That is the queue, the complete queue.
complete queue,
So
yes, sir.
yeah, so it will change the color of all the elements, right? In line number 14, you're changing the color of all the elements, but you have to
Yes, sir.
change the color of the particular element only. So you have to do
Right,
it for the item.
right, sir. Right.
Yeah, that's a mistake you're doing.
So I have to do it in the JS only, but right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, sir.
Or you could do it in CSS. Nth child concept, right?
No, sir. Actually,
Look for it. Search for it. Okay.
nth child.
Nth child.
Okay.
Yeah, nth child.
Right.
Using that also you can do it.
Right. Sir. Thank you.
Okay. Sure, Amjad, you can stop sharing.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Junaid, please wait. I have one. Rupam has asked it out before. Let me clear this and come to you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Rupam, go ahead. What's your doubt?
Yes, sir. So async tag means in why we use async in script tag and defer in script tag. Hello.
Yeah, differ. I think you know, right? Differ. We use it to stop to. So whenever you're loading the HTML and passing it, right? you want to do it parallelly. The downloading of script should happen parallelly. You use differ.
Yes.
Okay. And in case of async, right? So what it will be done is the file will get downloaded asynchronously. Okay. So
Sir,
what
where?
happens is, wait, I'll tell you. See,
Okay.
When you have this, when you're including script tag at the top, okay, consider you're using async in the script tag. So what it means, it will tell the browser to download it parallelly, and once it is downloaded, apply it to the HTML. That is what async means. Okay, but differ will also download it parallelly, like asynchronously, but it will wait for the HTML to complete executing. Then only it will start executing the JavaScript code. That is the difference between async and differ.
Yes, sir. But where we use async, because we use defer. If we
differ is preferred a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Async is the situations where you don't want your JavaScript at initial page. It will just be happening in later point of the time only we are going to use JavaScript. There you can use async. There is no
Okay,
need to wait. Right?
whenever order does not matter.
Yeah, exactly.
But sir, what is the Google Analytics? If we use the third-party scripts, then we use async.
Google Analytics, yeah, because Google Analytics, right, that is not going to do anything with your website. Okay.
Yes.
Basically, that you can download parallelly the JavaScript of the Google Analytics. In that case, that is not going to deal anything with your website. Basically, whatever you're going to click in your website, that data is only going to get transmitted towards the Google Analytics. But there no error will be getting caused because of that, right? So that's why you use async there.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Janet, go ahead. Yeah, Vijay, please wait. Let's.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Janet, please go ahead.
सर इधर डेट का इनपुट लेते हैं अगर
Okay.
तो सर इधर मंथ फिर डे और फिर ईयर का आ रहा है, मगर अपने इंडिया में तो पहले डे आता है, फिर मंथ आता है, फिर ईयर आता है ना.
The universal concept is month, day, and year.
सर अगर हमको सर डे मंथ ईयर लेना हो तो इनपुट
you have to use formatting using moment.js.
अच्छा सर, अगर इसका भी अगर इनपुट लेता हूँ मैं, जैसे एग्जांपल बता रहा हूँ, जैसे मैंने ये ले लिया, और सर अगर जैसे इसका जो डे है 19, अगर मेरे को कहीं स्टोर करना है तो कैसे स्टोर करूंगा?
क्या स्टोर करना है इसमें?
जैसे एग्जांपल ये फर्स्ट मंथ 19th डे 2022 है, तो जो डे 19 है बेसिकली स्टोर करने का है.
हाँ, तो इसका क्या होगा, इसको तुम्हें क्या करना होगा, इसको तुम्हें आज जो हम पढ़े थे ना न्यू डेट ऑपरेटर,
हाँ,
उसको स्ट्रिंग पास करना होगा, डेट ऑपरेटर वाला स्ट्रिंग पास करना होगा, दैट विल क्रिएट अ डेट ऑब्जेक्ट, एंड फ्रॉम देयर यू कैन डू डॉट get date, get month, get year.
Okay sir.
Okay, try that out, check it whatever I have told you, right? Check that in internet, you will get it.
Okay sir, समझा.
No, cool. Yeah, Manjot, what's it out?
Yes, sir. For the upcoming exam for the HTML and the CS and this all, also you have set the exam.
This is the front end. So there is HTML, there is CSS, and there is JavaScript.
Okay, so do we also need to prepare like the bootstrap and all, like?
Bootstrap I have not considered, so you people can be on that.
Right.
But you have to study.
Right. Yeah, of course. Sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys. Happy holidays. You people having a wonderful audience to me today. Let's catch up tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a great night.
Thank you guys. Yeah, good night, guys. Bye.
Good night.
Good night. Sorry. Chalo, bye.